Patrick from Williamsburg Blue Power Games Galore here, and welcome back to another video, and welcome to the 2023-24 Williamsburg Varsity Basketball Preview video. And before I get started, if you viewers want to see the slideshow that I made for this particular video, I will have a link down in the description. I will also put it up on the Williamsburg Blue Power Games Galore Facebook group with this video. And let's get into it. So starting off with the records. The Lady Pirates went 28-2 overall and 14-0 in the conference. So the losses came from Penns Manor, 50-39, and then Union, 43-37. That was the state game, one of the state games. And then we went on a 28-game winning streak with wins from Central all the way to DuBois Central Catholic. We also won the Holiday Tournament Championship and then also the ICC Championship for the third year in a row, and for the first time since 1998, the District 6 Championship. And then for the varsity boys, they went 13-10 with wins over Warrior Run, 70-59, Penns Manor, 69-55, Glendale, 63-59, Glendale, 57-46, Kerwinsville, 61-45, Most Shannon Valley, 83-49, Juniata Valley, 76-71, Bellwood Antis, 55-45, Glendale, 58-52, Mount Union, 79-69, Kerwinsville, 65-56, Most Shannon Valley, 69-47, and West Branch, 88-84 in overtime. And our losses were St. Joseph, 80-60, McConnellsburg, 51-44, West Branch, 90-65, Clearfield, 61-39, Mount Union, 69-68 in overtime, Tussey Mountain, 71-65, St. Joseph, 65-64, Bellwood Antis, 65-61, Juniata Valley, 96-81 in overtime, and Juniata Valley again, 70-67. And they were, once again, 13-10 overall, and 10-4 in the conference. So now it's time for the rosters. And starting off with the Blue Pirates, the Varsity Blue Pirates. Now, I copied this off of Max Prep, so if you want to see the full roster, you can go on Max Preps. Actually, go on Google and look up the Williamsburg varsity basketball team on Max Preps. And here's the roster in order. Number 1, Dane Mock. Number 4, Preston Eisenberg. Number 5, Aaron O. Number 10, Nathan Keith. Number 11, Logan Brantner. Number 12, Jesse Broombaugh. Number 14, Rylan Coral. Number 15, Ethan Reffner. Number 20, Rowan Gorsuch. Number 21, Ethan Zahner. Number 22, Ty Uplinger. Number 25, Carson Rinaldi. Number 32, Justin Hauk. And number 42, Sam Parks. The coaches are head coach Jeff Detweiler, and the assistant coach is Zachary Slagenwaite. And then for the Lady Pirates, number 1, Ayla Heilman. Number 3, Caitlin Bilger. Number 4, Grace Colbert. Number 5, Reagan Pro. Number 10, Leanna Royer. Number 12, Claire Carper. Number 20, Levada Gorsuch. Number 22, Megan Palmer. Number 24, Anna Colbert. Number 25, Elise Fry. Number 30, Raina Alexander. Number 34, Lainey Pro. Number 45, Anastasia Ranali. And the coaches are head coach Amy Heilman, and the assistant coaches are Adam Heilman, Tim Campbell, and Tracy Colbert. And now, it's time for the predictions. So here is how it's going to work. So I did this based on whether we beat the team that we have in the schedule, whether we beat them with a higher score, or whether we lost to them with a higher score. So basically the way it's going to go is that if we beat a team with a higher score, then it's a W. If we lose and the other team beats us with a higher score, then it's a loss. So that's how it's going to go. So we start with a 2-game homestand with St. Joseph and Mount Union. So both of those I predict as victories. And then we go on a 6-game road stand. We take on Curwensville, West Branch, Penns Manor, Most Shannon Valley, Cambria Heights, and Glendale. And all those are victories also. Then we come back home for 1 game against Southern Huntington. That's a win. Then we go back on the road to take on Glendale. I have that as a win. And then we have a 6-game homestand where we take on Juniata Valley, Bellwood Antis, Curwensville, Berlin Brothers Valley, West Branch, and then Most Shannon Valley again. I predict that the first 2 games of our 6-game road stand will result in losses against Juniata Valley, Bellwood Antis, and then wins over Curwensville, Berlin Brothers Valley, West Branch, and then Most Shannon Valley. And then we go on the road for 2. We're going to take on McConnellsburg and Tussey Mountain. I also predict those as losses. And then we're back at home to take on Glendale again. That's a win. Then we go on the road again. St. Joseph and Juniata Valley. I predict we beat St. Joseph, and I predict we lose to Juniata Valley. And then we come back home for the final time against Harmony. I predict that as a win. So the projected record, we're going to go 17-5. We're going to make playoffs, possibly win the ICC and districts, and possibly states. So that's for the Blue Pirates. For the Lady Pirates, we start with a 2-game road stand against Homer Center and Northern Bedford. I have both of those as wins. Then we come home for 2 straight against Curwensville and West Branch. I have those as wins. Then we go on the road against Bishop Guilfoyle. I have that as a win. Then we go on a 5-game homestand against McConnellsburg, Most Shannon Valley, Glendale, Mifflin County, and Bellwood Antis. I have those as wins. Then we go on the road again against Southern Huntington. I have that as a win. Then we come back home to take on Glendale. I have that as a win. Then we go on the road to take on Juniata Valley and Curwensville. I have that as wins. Then we come back home to play Berlin Brothers Valley. I have that as a win. Then we go back on the road to take on West Branch. I have that as a win. Then we come back home to take on Southern Huntington. I have that as a win. Then we go back on the road to take on Most Shannon Valley. I have that as a win. Then we come back home to take on Mount Union. I have that as a win. Then we go on the road again to take on Glendale. I have that as a win. Then we come back home to take on Juniata Valley. I have that as a win. And finally, for our final game on the road, take on St. Joseph. I have that as a win. So the projected record is 22-0. We will make playoffs, win ICC, districts, and states. So those are the predictions. Now my final thoughts. So both the varsity teams will have a good season. Both will make the playoffs. Both will win the ICC and District 6 championships, and both will win state championships. For the varsity boys, Rowan Gorsuch will score his 1,000th point. Ethan Refner would have a good season. For the girls, Megan Palmer will explode in points in her final season after being sidelined due to injury. And Ayla Heilman will continue to explode with points in her final season after scoring 1,000 points last season. And then the Lady Pirates will pick up their 4th, and Blue Pirates will pick up their 3rd ICC championship on the eve of Jerry Palmer's birthday. And so those are my final thoughts. So it's not over yet for this video because there's a lot I got to announce. But before I make those announcements, I do want to share a memory that I'd remembered. I think it was maybe yesterday. So when we played Juniata Valley in Huntington, that was where we played them in the first round of playoffs. This was when Brock Anders and Tyler Elvey were still coaches. And we would play a game. We played a game on our way to Huntington. We played some bingo. And on the bingo, so we had our own bingo cards, or he gave us bingo cards. Now, obviously, they were different. You know, some had spots where others didn't. And each square had I think it was like a saying or a quote. And the next day, Zach told me what every single square meant. Because it did actually have each square had a story behind it. And that was actually really interesting. So one of my favorite squares on that bingo card was where it said JP, Legendary Driver. And if you viewers have been following me since March, you know who that is. Jerry Palmer. And so the funniest thing when we played bingo that day when we went to Huntington is every time that Brock Anders would say Jerry or JP, Legendary Driver, he would honk the horn, the bus horn, and actually that particular square, it would actually go beyond, the first round of playoffs. Now, you viewers probably remember we did not even make it to ICC, playoffs. But we did make it to, I believe we did make it to districts, lost Juniata Valley. But that bingo card was a really cool souvenir for the season. And after the game, after the loss, we made our way to Best Way Pizza for dinner. Yes, Best Way Pizza was open late at night. I think we were there about 7 or 8, and it was still open. So had a nice final time together as cheerleader and player and coach and bus driver. So it was a nice opportunity. So that's the memory I want to share with you viewers. So before I end with today's Williamsburg varsity basketball preview video, I do want to make some important announcements. So first of all, Amy Heilman announced on Facebook that the Meet the Pirate Night will be happening this Saturday at 1:30 at the high school gymnasium. I will be there to film it, so the video should be up in the group and on YouTube sometime Saturday evening. So stay tuned for that. And then she also released a schedule, which I already shared with my predictions. Now, with the Jill Norris project, she has to go for surgery tomorrow, and we're not gonna be able to have a date or time to talk until, I'm guessing, next week. So stay tuned to the group for information as I get it. Expect some next week. So those are all I need to announce. I'm so excited for this my very first season as the team's, actually as the school's videographer. I can't wait to film basketball. Can't wait to watch these boys play and watch these girls play. It's going to be an exciting experience, and let's do this. So that's going to do it for today's video. As always, if you like videos like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And ring the notification bell so you can be notified when a new video is up on the channel. And if you have any pirate fans that you know of that like these kinds of videos and want to watch them, share with them. Share with them these videos. And that's going to do it. Thank you, viewers, for watching. And as always, until the next video, this is Patrick from Williamsburg, Blue Pirate Games Galore, signing off.